Hi guys. Stage 2 I suppose. This was originally a Toys R Us Fast Lane Microdrive or something that I quite enjoyed playing with as toy grade, but couldn't control it well enough, so decided to make it hobby grade, so we actually had proportional steering and that sort of thing. To do that I had to do quite a few modifications, and it worked really well. I had really good fun with it out at the skate park, but having run it I came across a few shortcomings in my modifications. All this yellow stuff is 3D printed modifications on top of the original basic chassis. First thing is probably this bit, which I found kept coming loose. Originally this was the battery container or cover for the battery box, but I found it was the best place for me to put the receiver and the ESC. Is that right? Yeah, it is. So that's our receiver. That's our ESC, which is a dual ESC. It has two motor outputs from it and operates skid steer, so drives one motor or the other motor or both motors or anything in between. That works really well, but as I say, that kept popping off, so I ended up using a bit of duct tape. In fact, duct tape was probably a perfectly good modification, but I have printed a new version which is just a tiny bit longer, about 1 millimetre longer. I've also rounded off the edges a bit, or chamfered them, because that was clearly getting rubbed when it was driving. So we'll see if that's going to fit. Let's have a look. It'd help if we put it on the right way round, obviously, that way. So it's got 3 little grippers go in, and then it slides along. Okay, so that's in place. Then we need that screw again. That's the original screw from the original bodywork. Just reused it. Doesn't want to come out because that's all bent over. There we go. So need to get that through again. Just clear out the swarf. Hopefully that's pushed on a bit better. I still think, as I said, just putting the duct tape over there is probably a good idea, because that, when this hits things in the skate park, that's going to knock it back anyway. A bit of duct tape over there I think is a perfectly acceptable strengthener. I think we're just missing the hole at the moment. Yeah, I need to clean out some of the... No, that was going in. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I need to clean out some of the filament, because when you're printing it up into a gap like that, you get, well, I'm calling it swarf, stuff up the middle. I need to clean that out again. I'll leave that there for now though, just so we can see it in position. Next, top end. Oh, I can't leave that in position because I've got to unscrew it. Talk to yourself, Grandad. Everybody will get confused. I need to unscrew these. There's one just in there. Through there, aerial comes out of there, gently does it, come on, bit of a tight fit, don't want to damage the aerial. I think I might have got a bit of super glue on it, oh, that's annoying. Blue tube is off of a cotton bud, but it happens to be just the right, yeah, I did get some super glue on there, just the right thickness for the aerial to go into. So that was a handy way of securing the aerial. Right, now this bit, battery fits in there. But with all the rough and tumble of the skate park, I was surprised to find this was actually sliding back out again. So my new version, we've got a little hook in there, so when we slide that in, that's going to hold itself in place, and then you can lift it up to get it out again, in theory. And because that's super glued on there, I printed a new cover. So we'll super glue that in place, and then we should be able to push that in and hold itself in place, and then to get it out again you have to lift that up to get it out. Then this bit for holding the mini camera is all right, but sometimes the camera was sliding out. I did heat it and just push the ends in, but the camera was still coming loose. So this is a thicker walled camera mount. That's 1mm walls, this is 2mm walls. And I put these little dimples on the end there, so when the camera's in there, it's a tighter fit to get it in, and those little dimples should stop it popping back out again. You need a bit of force now to get it out. So that's all modifications based on the first run. Now that needs to go far enough forwards not to interfere with that bit lifting up. I think you can still push out there okay. Thinking about that, I could have actually extended that up into the bottom of there. So we could do a version 3 of that. Or just slide it back a bit. That's still going to come up. Right, so I need to do a bit of gluing, and I need to clean that one out a bit so the screw can go all the way up, because it's not going in as far as it needs to. Probably will if I just work on it. Right, we'll do that. I've just remembered drilling the holes for the roll cage was a bit difficult when I'd got all this lot glued on top, so I'll drill the holes now. I suppose I could have put some holes in there in the printing, but I didn't. Right, that's the holes. I don't know if I've got any more of this or whether I'll have to reuse these. I wonder if I can get them out. So I put them in and super glued them in. That one doesn't want to come out. Make sure you don't get your eyes in the way, because those are springy, so obviously they could spring up into your eyes. Okay, that looks okay. I'll take them out again to do the gluing first. Alright, super glue. I'm not using this particular super glue for any special reason. It's just some I bought at a tool station, I think it was. It's for actually putting wooden skirting board around the house. Mitre fast for joining it. Anyway, it does come with the fast bond stuff, so you spray that on first. You're supposed to let it evaporate and then put your super glue on the right way round. Let's make sure we're facing the right way round. Yeah, that way. And that should go off instantly. And we want this one. Again, I should have put some little pinholes in it to line it up. Maybe on the next version. It's a little bit thicker than the Poundland super glue that I usually use. Try and get this straight. I'll leave that for a few seconds and get some fresh air because that stuff's not very good for you. Just check the battery. So that goes in there nicely. Don't really want to pull the wires, but yeah, that should hold it in place. Camera. It's in there, but that's going to rattle around a bit. Don't want that. Could probably put a rubber ring round the inside there, just to take up the slack. Something like an O-ring. That's annoying. I mean, it's in there, it's not going to pop out easily, but at the same time it's got that little bit of movement which is going to shake around when you're filming. Mind you, it gets shaken around quite a lot in there. Okay. How are we going to do this? A bit of super glue in there. Don't think there's any difference between the two bits of wire. Oh, that's gone all the way through, don't want that. Drilled the holes too far through, didn't I? Okay, so that was a little bit of a mistake. Okay, so will it fit together now? It goes through there, that goes through there. perfectly just then. What have you done? This is screwing straight into the plastic, or the PLA if we want to be absolutely correct. Right, that one, it's got to drop in there. Right. Tuck those wires in neatly. Just the right amount of gap for those wires to go in there. Down the side. Yep. This is the new one, yes. Slide it all the way up. Right, bring it up together again. I'll go and get the transmitter. Right. In there. In there. Could do with something to tuck those wires out the way. Stop them blowing around in the breeze. Use a bit of blue tack for now. Oh, I haven't put that in place. We'll do that in a minute. Yeah, we'll leave that to... Oh, so we put a bit of that on the back just to stop it rocking around for now. Right, press that button, the light comes on, press that button, it goes red. Press that button, we're now recording. Switch on the transmitter might be a good idea. I have an idea. Yeah, I've reversed this. I also need to turn the steering right down. Had it on 25% last time, I think. So, right, that's 25%. We'll have a go on the floor. over. There we go. Yeah, that'll do. Thanks for watching. You'll find more information down in the video description. You might like to watch that video up there, and you might like to subscribe over there.